Hello there, and welcome to another video from Howell Reese Artist. I hope this finds you well. I thought today we'd do something slightly different and play a little bit of a guessing game. There is a sort of a point to it, but I thought it'd be a bit of fun, to be honest with you. And you know, there's enough going on at the moment. A bit of fun is quite important, I think. So let me switch over to my Photoshop, and I hope you should be able to see that. But there's nothing there, obviously. It's a blank canvas. Now, what I'm going to do is actually just bring in parts of a painting one at a time and see if you can recognize what the painting might be of. Let's try with the first bit then. I don't know about you, but I suspect that's probably not making anybody any the wiser. But if you're into games like Wordle or anything like that, maybe you've guessed. I don't know. Perhaps you could let me know in the comments how many steps it took before you guessed what this is. There's another bit, which on its own doesn't make a huge amount of sense, and maybe even with the first bit it doesn't make a huge amount of sense. And there's another bit. I don't think that would make much sense to anybody. But let's put those first three pieces up. Does that ring any bells with anybody? Is anyone seeing what this might be? Well, let's put another part up. And I think that gives the game away straight away, doesn't it? For anybody who hasn't got it yet, that might well give the game away. That definitely should. And that definitely should. So let's put that together. That's actually the bulk of the area. And it's pretty unrecognisable, I think. Don't know about you, but I think that. Add in that, and it definitely makes more sense. Add in that, and then definitely that, and you've clearly got the face of a young woman. Looks pretty obvious, and there it is in its entirety. But I find it fascinating that we can recognise faces from a very small area. We don't actually need that much if it's a distinctive part. So if it's either of those three parts that are on there, 4 parts, so I separated off the eyebrows, didn't I? Yeah. That certainly, well, any of those 4, I think, on their own are enough to show the face, or to tell you that you're looking at a face. Put them together and you don't need the rest of it. In a very real sense, that's all you need, and you would be under no doubt that it's a face, that it's the face of a young woman, and probably I think you'd say it's an attractive young woman. Put them all together, and well, she's very definitely an attractive young woman. This photo, the photo that this is based on, was taken at a photo shoot that I did a little while ago as part of the very excellent West Midlands photography group, which I belong, and which you can find on Facebook if you Google West Midlands photography group. And the young lady's name is Magdalena. This was actually her first photo shoot as a model, which was, she was amazing. You'd hardly credit that it was her first photo shoot. In fact, the painting that this is, the photograph that this is, the painting is based on, is that. She's actually standing against a 19th century door, pretending to be a much older studded door from many hundreds of years ago. She's got a sort of 1940s style halter dress on, and it was a 1940s themed photo shoot. Her nose ring doesn't quite go with that, really. So actually I've taken out most of the all of that, and painted a I hope a realistic face around the eyes. If I just move up a little bit, you can see that I've painted out the eyelashes, and that is done a lot in oil painting type work. It's traditional. If you go to an art gallery and look at oil paintings, there, odds on they won't have the eyelashes in, and that's because you literally on a canvas would have had to have got a brush with only 1 or 2 or 3 hairs on it, and literally painted the eyelashes in one at a time, and they didn't do that, and I'm following that tradition here. I haven't painted the hair yet, and I haven't painted her shoulders, her neck and shoulders, but it's, I can just pull back so I get the whole of the face in the shot. It's and turn off the background. You can see it's already, in a sense, you've got most of the visual information that you need in order to understand what you're looking at, and that strikes me as fascinating. We had a granddaughter born during lockdown, and she only really, for the first year or so of her life, she only saw her mother, her father, her brother, and my wife and I, because we were their support bubble. And yet, it was fascinating watching her develop and watching her recognise faces. It's a skill we learn unconsciously at a very early age, but we don't need much of a visual clue in order to recognise a face. And that's the only sort of point I was trying to make. Not exactly a hugely profound point or anything like that, but I thought a bit of fun on an afternoon like this, just to see. There we go. That's all you need, or even less than that. I hope you found that amusing, enjoyable. I will be painting the rest of Magdalena, painting her hair and the rest of the original image. So keep an eye out for that in coming weeks, and we'll see what we do next week. I haven't thought about that yet, but maybe we'll do a bit more of this. I don't know. thank you for your time today. Like I say, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've got some amusement and pleasure out of it. I look forward to seeing you again in the near future, and in the meantime, every blessing, and see you again soon.